to gain by going into a rehab system like this. I understand, and it's frustrating, none of doubt, to have to wait and be able to get in, especially when it's something that you need like this.
And we've even got direct admissions with this facility through our old therapist. We don't have to go through the emergency room or nothing. It's just bing, bang, boom, done. All our ducks are in a row except for this issue. And I know Dad's just as frustrated as we are.
Oh yeah, Dad's in a hard place of his own. Like I've been saying, a lot of people have been living paycheck to paycheck, barely keeping up with the bills, and are like almost one step away from being homeless.
And look, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jessica's panicked because I have been educating her on custody laws in Pennsylvania, and she's right on top of running out of time. Within a handful of weeks, Katie's going to be able to claim abandonment if Jess doesn't get certain things in motion. They don't have to be completed necessarily, but they have to be in motion. And she's terrified in this race against time, in the battle with her sister.
Yeah, that can't be easy. I know that. And,
I really shouldn't even have to go into
like,
detail on it. You know more than I do.
Both of my sisters and all my sisters, I love my sisters. It's just, I know you and Kate are going through differences, and a lot of them breeding to more or less who Kate's with. But I'm not even going to go in on that because that's just a whole nother issue on its own that shouldn't be talked about like that online.
Right.
But yeah, I get it.
Our thing is, without going into any of them family details, she is terrified that Kate is just going to be vindictive in a termination hearing, just to be spiteful. And she's aware that she's the one putting those bullets in Kate's gun by not doing her program and working what she needs to do, and she's now aware that she needs to take them bullets out of Kate's gun.
Said I for one know how Montgomery County can be in general. Not another pair of sweatpants. I know how Montgomery County could be in general when it comes to keeping up with its laws and the little things that they nitpick about. And I've heard custody and anything that have to do with child support or that side of it. I've never had to deal with it myself, but I've had plenty of friends that have gone through the custodies and.
I was my own attorney for 3 years and won.
And there's like what did they say? 2 million children that are homeless. But you don't get that statistic normally in the homeless records.
Right.
Because they put them in foster homes, they put them in care and
it
care
breaks
facilities.
Up the count into other categories.
And it completely breaks that off of the homeless count.
Mm-hmm.
And that's every one adult that's homeless, there's 4 kids.
That's insane.
That is insane.
Well, so she's pressed for time. This is that college student that waited until the last minute for exams and didn't study and is now feeling the pressure, but on a much larger scale. That's what this one's going through
definitely.
right now.
It's not easy, especially when you're in a situation where you're lived your life through low income and with school system, or went through a school system that was less than adequate, and you were midsection to lower section student. So that makes things that much more difficult for you to succeed and go and do what you have to do in society or in life.
It does, because you've already got so many obstacles between you and that goal.
Oh yeah.
That were not necessarily created or generated by yourself. A lot of them are put there for you due to, like you said, the lower education system. And
the way that everything's set up is meant to be for workers. They built everything so that you'd be a happy worker bee, and you'd have to go.
Just be complacent with the latest technology and the coolest gadgets.
But we're at that time where there's a shift going towards from the working class type, because Pennsylvania was built on working class people.
Right.
It's heading towards that creative intellect type, you know. Nowadays, you got anything you can do at the palm of your hands, and like you can create marvelous work of art.
This is the era of the independent contractor.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can work for yourself doing anything now.
The whole industry that I'm getting into is about trade, not trade, but what do they call it? Freelance. Freelance.
Yep.
The ability to just be on demand to take photography
And to work
And
on your
videography.
own terms.
Yeah.
And be your own boss and do it your way.
Self-employed.
Creative licensing and everything that comes with it. I was explaining creative licensing to Jess when I was talking about her and I collecting, doing interviews like this for you. I came up with the phrase "boots on the ground." That's what we will be for you is boots on the ground. You know, boots on the ground by Sideshow and Jess.
Yeah.
We have a creative freedom to be whatever personality we want to be within that footage, within your guidelines, because it's footage for you. We'd be a subsidiary of you.
Said mine and YouTube's, because YouTube sets a standard. And
But like if she wanted to
we
wear
build from there.
multicolored wigs and different colored contacts and
you
safety
can-
pins
you
in
can
her
do
face,
what you want
she
and feel
could.
like it. As long as you're
You create your
representing
online.
what we mean in a good light, because this is about helping the homeless at its core, you know, because we've all been through this and we're all going through this, and we know a lot of people that have been and are going through it too.
Most of the people I've met in my life, at 51 years old, for the last 30 years, I can say 80% of the people I have met have either been or were, when I met them, homeless. That's 80% of people met in 30 years.
Oh,
That's a lot of people. There's an edit for you. Your editing group's gonna love my mouth.
It's
I really gotta be careful.
pretty much just me on the laptop.
Well, your fingers are gonna get a lot of work, let me tell you.
Well,
But yeah, we on that subject, if we go in, we're not gonna be able to be boots on the ground for you for a while.
nah, I understand. I mean, I got a lot going on, and I still want to do, because there's a whole issue down at this transportation center in Norristown. Pico is, or the county is having Pico drive a large homeless society, or I guess you would say.
Here's
a
what's
group?
going on with that. There's a stretch of land that runs along the Norristown Bike Trail, along the Riverfront Park, that is owned by Pico. And it's owned by them for their giant service towers. This is also land where the homeless have established what's known as Tent City. Many seasons in a row, 75% or more of Norristown's homeless population resides along this bike trail. From Buttonwood to, what was it?
Pearl.
From Buttonwood to Pearl along the bike trail. The police have consistently had to watch crime in this area and not be able to do anything because it's private property owned by Pico. If Pico calls them, that's one thing, but more often than not, the police are helpless to do much. They've been putting pressure on Pico, and Pico's little think tank got together and came up with a reason that looks good on paper for removing the terrain, the foliage, the growth that provides shelter for the homeless, which is 300 meters in any direction around one of these towers must be cleared of all growth for maintenance vehicles and or equipment and supplies. So they're going to bring bulldozers in and they're going to level everybody's campsites. Now, they've been told that they have to follow certain protocol and give 72 hours notice, things of that nature. The deadline for everyone to move out and the bulldozers to come in has come and gone very quietly. We don't know why. I've heard rumors that there are certain protests in place that have halted this project.
Oh yeah.
But it's only halted. It hasn't gone anywhere.
what was it, last Saturday when we were together? We saw the. I wish my phone was online. I would have recorded that guy out here
Yeah.
cruising and talking about how good life was. because
Right.
They were just alive.
Well, you know, I sent you that list of the feeds, and that's where you're gonna get.
I don't know if
all...
I got that list.
Okay, I could
this phone
resend
don't
it to
work
you.
yet.
I can resend it to you because that's all your ground zero
Okay. Yeah.
group activities.
Because I definitely want to get
It'll plug
back
in
on
with the
to this.
organizations that are feeding people too, the nonprofits that are already big in the scene. You get to rub elbows with them.
Yeah.
They'd
My-
probably love the advertising if you
like-
shot media there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
feeds and whatnot.
Nobody, there's no such thing as bad advertising.
Absolutely not.
And
Especially if it's
speaking of
free for
advertising, my show list is the Three Ministers, and then Trail Hoppin', and finally Homeless in America.
And on
Which,
all of those, I'm assuming there's a like button and a subscribe that you
Like,
got to hit
subscribe,
and mash. I've always wanted
add.
to say that. Shout out to Shaggy and the Creep. I've always wanted to say that, you guys. And I if you end up watching, you better hit the like and subscribe too.
Oh yeah. So need the subscribers. I'm staying at
Absolutely.
that 10.
So I can like draw an audience to your.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
cool.
I wouldn't mind.
I'm gonna reach out to Shaggy. I'm gonna reach out to Jump Steady. I'm gonna reach out to all of them.
Said I wouldn't mind anyone like putting it out there. That, you know,
Okay. Cool.
And anything you can do out here, finding people to talk to, like, and the resources, because like I love
well, for
put
now,
the resources that I find and whatever I can do out there.
yeah. So look, here's the thing. Everybody loves a storyline, and they love to watch things unfold.
Oh yeah.
Jess and I are definitely going to end up one day being a presence in what is it? Magic Media.
Oh, Magic Maker Media.
Magic Maker Media. So, viewers, you're going to see more of us. But for now, the storyline is this: we gotta go. We gotta get ourselves right.
Oh yeah. Eventually, because like, if I'm going to do this and I become successful, I don't want to just do this because I don't care about being rich or famous.
That
I
comes with
just
too
want
many
to do
problems.
something good.
Right.
I want
Yeah.
to help people. I want to be able to bring the people around me up. I want to,
Yeah.
you know,
And we want
promote
to help.
other people doing the same business.
We want to help with that, and we've
Yeah.
realized that we got to get ourselves right before we can be of any good to
Free
anybody
range,
else.
free range media right here. That's
Right.
you know.
Right. So we're gonna hold off on doing footage for you and collecting content because we got to do us.
Get
But-
yourselves right. That's,
But I
that's
want
where
you
it
to
begins.
document it on here.
That's
I
where
want
it
the
begins,
next
right
chapter
there.
of the story to be once we're out, once we're released. Maybe we can do a little video the day we go in
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
definitely. That'd be great.
This
you
is
know?
your sister. Why not chronicle this?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a recovery. It's a progress. It's something that's needed. You know?
And it's gonna
It
let
should
your
be
viewers
celebrated.
feel you.
Not everybody gets to see the beginnings of the turnaround.
Right. They see
Like-
the end result. They hear about the relapse.
If I would have known, I would have been videoing 5-10 years ago
Right.
and putting it out there just so that this moment would be a little bit bigger than it is. Because I think people really underestimate how big this is for me and how big this is in general for anybody.
Yeah.
You don't just get to say that, you know, you own a business, let alone a media, while being homeless.
With little to no startup.
Absolutely nothing, doing it on my own.
It's gonna
Everybody
be amazing.
thinks I'm crazy, which I guess I could see, but like
You know what? Everyone with a massive success story
that has,
got called crazy
they've
in the beginning.
Come from nowhere and nobody understands.
Exactly.
Nobody
And
understands.
this is going
Bill
to
Gates
be,
was when he made what he made. It was an overnight success.
yeah, and no one saw it coming.
But
he didn't
that-
even see it.
That wasn't
coming.
an overnight success. Bill Gates was working on Windows and Apple and Mac.
Yeah, he put way more
for
than
5
one
to
night's
10
work
years.
in. Yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get this there. I see it.
Oh yeah. Started from the bottom of Norristown. Going up.
Basement cuts.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you guys definitely get yourself straight, and I'll be here, and we're gonna do
Are we
more
doing
with the-
gym tomorrow with Dad? I asked him, and he's
I don't know.
really
I
not
believe so.
He's not talking because I yelled at him earlier. I'm not even gonna lie. I straight took him to the woodshed because he let the insurance on the boys' laps.
You gotta understand, Dad's going through a lot, and he's got a lot on his plate.
I know, but
So it's easy to miss something, you know.
yeah, but when you just miss it and then say, "Oh well, somebody else should have taken care of it," no, you're the one with custody.
And I tried to.
You
I
took
tried
the responsibility,
I tried to put them back on my stuff,
which is illegal.
and
because she
they
doesn't have
said
custody.
because I don't have full custody of the boys that I couldn't put them back on mine.
He does need help. He does.
I know, and Katie should be the one helping him right now.
In
I
fact-
mean, really,
they
we should be
both
the ones
be doing
helping him.
more.
But since we're either unable or unwilling, call it what you will, Katie's his go-to.
Yeah, I'll talk to him if I probably later on. He's at work now, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till 9:30.
But yeah, we'll see.
You watch his dad. Stay safe out there.
Yeah,
I know you
please.
don't hear that enough from us.
He's on the
there
highway
safe.
with a tow truck. I
Yeah.
just lied. But yeah, definitely stay safe. And yeah, this was an interview with my sister Jess and Dave, her boyfriend. And we'll be back with more. Like, subscribe, share.
Get ready for Boots on the Ground with Sideshow.
And more of Homeless in America will be coming at you. Yeah.